Hey guys, so I have just filmed my wrap up for the books that I read in March, so it is time to tell you what I'm going to be reading in April. So if you watched that video, then you probably know that I did not finish one of the books that I was supposed to read, and so it is going on my list for April. And that means that instead of 6 books, I will have 7 books to read. So, first of all, I'm gonna go ahead and throw in the one that I did not finish, which was Round Ireland with a Fridge. I am 18 pages into it right now. So like I said, I did not finish this one last month, and I just ran out of time, and this one is also a little more dense than some of the other books that I read, so it's a little bit harder to get into. It's also nonfiction, so I'm used to fiction books, and I don't read a lot of nonfiction, so that's another reason that I kind of wanted to read this one. But I have gotten to the point where he is about to start walking, or not walking, but hitchhiking around Ireland. He's just got to find a fridge first. So that's where I am in this one. But hopefully I will finish this one in April. And that one is a book that I have on my bookshelf that I have not read yet. I have another book for that also, because I didn't finish that one, so I'm doing 2 this month from that category. Anyway, this one is called The Wrong Groom, and it is by Maggie Rivers. She's an Alabama-born author, and it's a bit smutty, which I'm okay with that, but I wasn't expecting it, I suppose. Anyway, this one should be fairly quick to read because the type is pretty large, and I think it's only about 150 pages, 175, something like that. But this one is about a girl who is about to get married. She gets onto an elevator and she thinks that the guy she is with is her fiance. She kind of starts coming on to him, and he's like, okay, stranger, I don't know you. And she thinks that they're role playing, but they're not. He actually does not know her. But anyway, they decide that it's a good idea to get it on in the elevator. So they do. And it turns out that he's not her fiance. He is her fiance's brother. And there's another one also, because they're triplets. And she did not know that her fiance was part of triplets. Sounds really dumb, so I don't know how I'm going to feel about this one, but there we go. The Wrong Groom. I'm assuming that she's going to fall in love with somebody who's not the one that she's supposed to be marrying. Anyway, I think I bought that for like $1 at the Friends of the Library store. So, of course, I'm trying to read an Agatha Christie book each month, and the one for this month, for April, is going to be Appointment with Death. I do not know anything about it, so I can't really tell you much. All I know is apparently there's going to be a death. I don't have a physical copy of this. I'm going to be reading it online, so I don't even know if it's a Poirot one or not. I guess I should probably look that up. Okay, I just checked. It is a Poirot novel, so I've been reading a lot of those lately. But yep, that is my next Agatha Christie book. As I mentioned in the last video, I read the first 2 Harry Potter books to Mark while I was in Arizona, and now we are going to be starting on my favorite of the Harry Potter books, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. So I'm really looking forward to reading this to him. I just don't know when I'm going to. We haven't started yet, so yeah, but once I get started, we're probably going to fly through this one because this one is my favorite. So my recommended book for this month is going to be one that my best friend let me borrow her copy of. I've never read it before, and I don't know if I'm going to like it or not because it's Steve Harvey. Act like a lady, think like a man. I don't know. She gave this to me back like 2.5 years ago or something. I'm not exactly sure. But it's been a while that I've had this in my apartment, and I just have not even opened it yet. So, yeah, What Men Really Think About Love, Relationships, Intimacy, and Commitment. Wow, okay, so I guess I'm going to be reading this. It's a #1 New York Times bestseller. There's that. I'm not really looking forward to this, except that it is very short. So that's the only good thing that I can say about this right now. I'm trying to read a lot of short ones this month because, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to have a lot of time. Okay, so the last 2 that I have are going to be on my Kindle. The first one is called Fairest of All, A Tale of the Wicked Queen by Serena Valentino, and this is a Disney Press book. So basically what they've done, I think, is since Maleficent did so well at the box office and everything, they decided to make a series of books about where like the villain is the main character and maybe is kind of redeemed, but not really, I guess. Anyway, so it's kind of telling their story instead of the hero's story. So I know that there's also one about the Beast from Beauty and the Beast, and I'm not sure what else there is, but maybe Ursula? That seems familiar. So probably an Ursula one, maybe even a Jafar. I don't really know. But this one is the one that is about the Wicked Queen from Snow White. I started reading this one a while back. I don't even know how long ago it's been. I got about 5 chapters in and I just kind of lost interest, or I just may have just lost interest in reading in general. I don't really know. But I'm going to try it again because it's been sitting in my Kindle Unlimited library for God knows how long, and I would like to finish reading it so that I can turn it back in. So the only other category I have is new books. And there is a slight problem with the new books category right now, and that is that normally what I would do, what I did last month and what I had planned on doing for this category for the future, is that I would go to the public library and I would look at their new bookshelf and I would just pick something off the new bookshelf that looked interesting. And that's how I ended up finding In 5 Years, which I really, really loved. Yeah, that is what I had planned on doing. But the problem is the library is closed until further notice. So I can't go to the library physically. But they do have Overdrive, which I'm going to be using on my Kindle so that I can read an ebook. And I just went in and searched for new books on there that they have available at my public library that I can check out. And I found one on there that looks really interesting, and it's called The Other Bennett Sister by Janice Hadlow. And it is about Mary, the middle Bennett sister from Pride and Prejudice. I like Pride and Prejudice. I've always enjoyed it. I like the movies, I like the book, so I thought that I would give this one a try, and that is the one that I started reading a little bit last night. I got about 6 chapters in, I think, before I went to bed, but I'm enjoying it so far. What is happening in it right now is taking place before the events of Pride and Prejudice, so we're just kind of getting to know Mary as a character right now, and finding out her, like, the way she is, basically, because she's kind of like the ugly sister. It's just she's plain, and her mother is very much, if you're not beautiful, then I don't want to have anything to do with you, kind of, which is terrible, but that's the way she is. Mrs. Bennet has always been a problematic character, and yep, she is in this for sure. And right now, Mary is, she has really started reading a lot, and she's realized that she needs glasses, probably, and so she has finally asked her mother if she can get someone to come, like an oculist to come possibly give her some glasses so she can read more, because she really wants to read and she wants to learn things, which is nice. It's a pretty long book, I think, so I don't know how long it's going to take me to read it, but like I said, I'm enjoying it so far, so that's good. So yeah, that is it. Those are the 7 books that I have on my list to read this month. If I read any more, then I will let you know, but there we go. That's what I'm planning on reading in April. I will be back at the end of the month. I mean, I'll be back before then because I have some other videos that are going to be coming up that are not book related. So yeah, I already have one that I edited before I went to Arizona, and then I forgot to make it public. So you'll see that one later this week probably, so that I can kind of stretch this stuff out a little bit. And yeah, hopefully you'll see some more vlogs from me, stuff that I have just not edited up and should have a long time ago. But until then, I guess I will see you next time. Bye!